The FNRad Snowboard Podcast is presented by Flojoy Water. My new Burton gear has arrived, and I'm proud to have head-to-toe coverage. I've got an analog Gore-Tex jacket, Freebird 3L bibs, ruler boots, and a family tree hometown hero. The quality is absolutely unmatched, and most importantly for me, the boots rock right out of the box. It's been pure joy riding all new Burton gear. Go visit your local Burton dealer, or if you're in the Lower Mainland, check out the new Burton store at West 4th and Burrard. Bluebird Coffee Tuning and Rentals in Squamish, BC is the coolest new stop just 20 seconds off the Sea to Sky Highway on your way to Whistler. Drop in for the world's best cup of coffee, killer smoothies, and a true local vibe born out of 90s snowboard culture and music. They offer performance ski and snowboard tunes with state-of-the-art equipment. They've got premium rental fleets of Jones, Solomon, Libtech, and Burton, including Burton step-ons. And if you haven't gotten yourself one yet, Bluebird will even sell you a rad power bike. These bikes are so fun. For a blend of expert knowledge, convenience, and a lot of charm, stop in and say hi to Bluebird, the raddest mandatory new stop on your way to Whistler. Fixed bindings are now guaranteed for life. The new Block 5s are a perfect blend of performance and simplicity. I can adjust the straps on the fly without tools, and they're consistently comfortable and easy to get into and out of. All the new fixed bindings look and ride incredibly, so go buy fixed bindings today at your local fixed dealer or check out fixedbindingco.com. Anon Optics make the world's best snowboarding goggles. I just received a brand new pair of M6s, and the entire experience was FNRad. From the case they come in to the magnetic face mask and the quick change lenses, I have to say, Anon's got me covered for Vancouver's variable snow conditions. Check out Anon's helmets, goggles, and MFI face masks at an Anon dealer near you or at AnonOptics.com. Hey listeners, this one's for you. Upline Brewing is beer for snowboarders by longtime Pacific Northwest shredder and FNRad listener Carl Montoya, who started Upline so you can crack a cold one anytime. No buzz, no slowdown, just good vibes. Unlike most NA beers, these actually taste legit, and they're brewed with adaptogens for a mellow uplift. The Steezy Golden Lager and Crushin' IPA come in at just 25 and 50 calories and feature artwork from local legends like Quincy Quigg. Have one at lunch, grab another lap, hit the after party, and still wake up for first chair or the bank slalom podium. Drinking regular beers, toss some Uplines into the lineup. The natural electrolytes help you stay hydrated and keep crushing. FNRad listeners score 15% off at uplinebrewing.com with code FNRAD, or set up a subscription, save more, and never run out. Upline Brewing, brewed to adapt, crafted to elevate. Support also comes from the Pro Standard. Ken Achenbach has done it again with the push-button quick release for step-on bindings. Get them at prostandard.com before they sell out. Pacific Border, Vancouver's premium snow skate and surf shop on West 4th Avenue. Check out pacificborder.com. And 1910, the collaborative artworks of Jamie Lynn and Scof, two friends on a creative journey together, bonded by their love of art, music, and snowboarding. Go to the number 9teen10.com for their latest collection. We need to thank our friends at Mount Seymour, Grouse Mountain, and Cypress Mountain for their continued support of FNRad, as well as Essential Toothpaste tabs. I love them, I use them, go buy them today. Smelly is the drummer from NOFX, and never in a million lifetimes would I have imagined that I'd get to meet him. NOFX was a huge part of early snowboarding movies and played a major role in my life over the years. When they stopped touring and played their final show, look it up on YouTube, it's amazing, Smelly turned to his passion project, pickle sticks, and leaned into surfboard shaping more professionally. This also led him to reaching out to his longtime friend Dave Lee at Signal Snowboards, and the result is a line of pickle stick snowboards that look fucking awesome. Smelly is an absolute legend and a powerful example of what happens when you meet your heroes, and they are the raddest. Enjoy this conversation with Eric Smelly Samden.
All right, let's get into this. Are we recording right now?
Yep, everything's recording.
Oh, shit, we are into
it. Yeah. What's the first time you pick up a snowboard? Can you remember?
First time I picked up a snowboard. Here we go.
Yeah.
1985, Santa Barbara, California.
Wow.
Barfoot.
Oh.
You remember Barfoot?
Of course I do.
My
Deep cut.
roommate worked under Chuck.
Sick.
It was just Chuck and my roommate John.
No way.
Making some of the first snowboards ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Barfoot boards are fucking sick. Collector's items.
Yep.
I've had Chuck on the show.
Yep.
Dude's a legend.
He was a super cool guy. And then also about the same time, maybe a year or two later, Sims.
Yeah.
Sims snowboard.
Yeah.
Same
of course.
area, Santa Barbara.
Same deal.
Yeah.
Right. You probably got to meet Tom.
Yeah. And then so my roommate John would go snowboarding.
Yeah.
And he would tell me about it. And then they also would go sandboarding to test shit out.
Totally.
And that was my introduction to it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. So all the way back in the beginning.
Yeah, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
41 years ago.
That's insane. And so you're already in NOFX at that point,
Yeah,
right?
NOFX, NOFX started in 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so 85-ish? Yeah, 85, I moved to Santa Barbara.
So do you guys, everybody in the band skate? Or?
Yeah, we all skated. You
Yeah.
know, that was part of the punk thing.
Yeah.
And Southern California skate culture is, whether you skate or not, it's the culture, you know, growing up in Southern California.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a ramp in your neighborhood or?
No. There was a skate park pretty much across the street from where I grew up.
In the 80s? Sorry, you
In the
grew up
70s.
in the 70s.
In the
right.
70s. It was called the Boogie Bowl.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And it was, but I couldn't skate there for family reasons or whatever.
Okay.
But I would just go to the gate or the fence and just watch.
Oh, wow.
And I almost, even though I didn't physically skate it, I mind skated it all the time, just watching the kids. So watching the kids do it. And so like when it closed down like in 1980 or something, I finally was able to get in there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you skated it.
I actually rode my bike in there, but I got the feeling of
yeah.
transition and
Yes.
pumping and all that stuff. But no, I mean, it was torture for a kid in the 70s.
Torture.
Watching his friends skate, and I couldn't.
Unfriggin' believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget that because in Canada those parks are free. They're part of like just a public park that you
Yeah,
could
but not
just
back
go in.
then. Like parks back then, were they?
70s, yeah.
They were
Yeah,
always a
monkey.
membership kind of a thing, and my family didn't have any money. And
Yeah, Canada had some of the first concrete parks in the world. Some of them are still there, dude. They're just in a park at the side of the road. All our parks at the side of the road.
yeah, so growing up in Southern California, skating, and then the surfing, and then skiing, and then snowboarding.
Sick. So where would you snowboard? Like Big Bear, Mammoth?
The first time I snowboarded, I think was Tahoe
Sick.
in about 1993.
Nice.
I think it was either Tahoe or Big Bear, one of the two. I can't remember. I mean, we're talking 35 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
you know?
You're already successful with the band at that point.
I
mean,
don't know if success is the right word, but the band was getting traction and we were getting some notoriety. I mean, we'd been together 10 or 12 years at that time.
Right.
It took a long time for us to actually get there. But yeah, I mean, I would go, I can't remember where the first place I snowboarded though. I really can't. I would guess it was probably Big Bear.
Yeah.
But I did take a trip to Tahoe at that time.
You're probably going in a car with a bunch of other guys and just
for
like
sure.
at the side of the road hiking around or whatever.
No, we had
you
also
guys got
Mountain High that was by our house too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Mountain High, I mean, it's like an hour and 15 minutes from where I live.
Sick.
So I bet you, I don't have any recollection, but I would bet you that was the first place.
Sick. And then so you snowboard in the early 80s for a couple of years, and then I bet when
No, I didn't snowboard in the 80s. I was just around it, and then I started snowboarding in like I said, like 93.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I got out of it for some reason. You know, like life takes you all over the place. And then in 2009, I guess I got back into it. So it's that 16 years ago.
17 years ago, yeah.
2010, 16 years ago, 2010. I got together with my wife.
Congrats.
And she is a huge snowboarder. She had a little pad in Mammoth and the whole 9 yards.
Rad.
Huge snowboarder. And so she's like, look, dude, if we're going to be together, you either got to snowboard or I'm just fucking going and I'm going to leave you at the lodge. And so I was like, fuck, I got this. I snowboard, because I had snowboard.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, she's on a different level. Like I'm like, what? You know, I was just doing like little fucking, little tiny ass turns, a little tiny like falling leaf because I hadn't done it in a while. And she's just bombing, going fucking Mach 30.
That's epic.
You know, big edge carves and stuff.
I like that.
And so then it just became, I mean, it was already in her blood, but getting together with her and her children, and it is her thing. You know, so I was like, fuck, all right, let's do it.
That's super dope.
Yeah. So I've been snowboarding ever since. Like,
did you have a lot of free time at that time, or does the band take up like every fucking month?
No, we would tour. We were touring a lot. Like we were an active band, but we would go out for 3 weeks and come home for a month. Go out for a month, come home for 2 months. Go out for 2 months, come home for a week.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of windows.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that kind of like, you know, the deadline always, okay, I'm going to be back in 3 weeks. I'm going to be back in, okay, I leave in 5 days. I leave in 4 days. Like,
yeah,
that
there's
lifestyle
always a date. There's always something coming up. There's always like, it's weird. Like you always having like, I'm going to be going, you know? So when we stopped playing last year, it's like weird. All of a sudden, poof, there's no more dates. There's no more boundaries or borders like of time.
Yeah.
You know? It was like, poof, just
do you
gone.
find yourself like imposing stuff on yourself, just like, oh, Friday I have to go to the DMV or some bullshit like that?
If anything, it's the opposite because my life was always so like calendar related.
Yeah.
Now I was all, fuck it, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
I quit my job as a postie, which is really,
Oh, that's a great job.
Yeah, it's a great job. It's an incredible job, and I immediately went off alarm clocks. Actually, because how easy the postie job is, I went off alarm clocks maybe the last 2 years I was there, and the boss would be like, well, you've got to come in, you know, at your time. I'm like, don't bug me.
Yeah, the bell will get out when it gets out.
It gets there when it gets there.
You know, what's funny is I kind of always wanted to be a postman.
You know what? It is exactly what you think it is. It is so satisfying of a job. You get to the end of the day, you deliver that last letter. It's illegal to take your work home with you, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, literally.
That's it. The letter's gone.
Okay, but here's the question though.
Yeah.
How many miles would you walk a day?
I had short routes and I had long routes. So you could do a short route where you don't have to walk very much. You're just sitting in a mailroom stuffing letters into like
How about a
mailboxes.
long route?
There was a year that I did, I averaged, I think, 15 kilometers.
Okay, that's kilometers. That's not miles.
10 miles a day.
Our mailman that I had for 20 years, he
Yeah.
just retired.
Yeah.
17 miles a day.
It's so far.
17 miles a day. Sometimes he'd be so slammed, he'd get to our house at 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
So that actually changed my opinion on it.
Yeah. There is a job there. There is a job there that sucks.
Yeah.
But when it doesn't suck, you're in shape. You're interacting with your neighbors. You know, like the neighborhood. People know you. Hey, Eric, how's it going? You're like, I was dyslexic. I am dyslexic, so they were like, I got the wrong letter again.
So that's like the deadline thing. You know, it's nice not having it because now I can do snowboard trips like this when I'm on.
So there was a brief hiatus there in like 2019 or COVID-19 or whatever, 2020, 2021, where you guys had to like take a break.
Well,
right?
we had no choice in the matter.
Yeah. So at that point, that's when Pickle Stick starts. Is that right?
Because I've been shaping surfboards for 10 years at that point or something
for
like
fun
that.
or
for a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, I would sell them to friends and sell them to a couple of shops.
Did you apprentice under some great shaper?
Well, for a long time I didn't. Mm-hmm. But then at about that time when I decided to take it more serious, yes, I apprenticed. I don't know if apprentice is the right word. I became good friends with this guy named Barry Vandermuller, Barry V. He was an old pro surfer on the tour. He's my age, a little younger than me. But then he was also a shaper. He shaped for everybody. Dope. They have this thing called ghost shapers.
Yep.
Where like the big companies like Channel Islands or whatever, like, you know, one guy can't put out 10,000 boards a year.
Right.
So they hire very good craftsmen to do the shapes.
Yeah.
So he was a ghost shaper for a long time and then started his own label. So Barry, you know, he showed me a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I still ask him stuff.
Yeah. It is a like craftsman career that people take.
You gotta fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's creating something It's creating a toy for adults. It's great. And seeing the stoke on people. The same as getting a new snowboard or doing a really good run. Like that elation is great.
Yeah, of course. It's Dave the Weaver, who worked for Tom Sims back in those 80s days. His dad, who was a lawyer, called it trivial pursuits. These trivial
There's
pursuits.
nothing trivial about it.
It's the most important thing in the world, man.
If people aren't happy, what do you got? Nothing.
Yeah. You have to be connected with, and add a body felt sensation to it. That's essential. It's essential.
Well, that's what's so magical about snowboarding and surfing is you're playing in Mother Nature, and when you're at the right place at the right time for the right conditions, when everything aligns, there's nothing like it. Like skating, the things might the ramp might be stickier one day or slipperier the next day, or the pool might be dirty, whatever, but it's the same thing every day.
Every day, yeah.
Like snowboarding when everything, or surfing when everything aligns and you're there, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, you're waiting on Mother Nature. I forgot about
it's
that
such
part
an
of it,
elation
right,
when the clouds part and the sky's open and it said, this is all you.
Yeah, right place, right time, and you're prepared.
And you got to put in the work.
You have to.
Yeah.
It lays you out. If you think you're going to do it, like you said, when you're like, oh, I snowboarded before, and then you see someone who's been actively snowboarding.
Different world.
Oh, fuck, You have to put in the work. One of the things that I heard in that interview I listened to on the way up was how physical the job of drummer in touring band is compared to everybody else, right? Singer's singing, he's jumping around. I remember thinking like, wow, Bruce Springsteen, geez, that guy's still doing the splits at 90 or whatever, however old he is. But anytime I'm at a show and I take a moment to look at the drummer, the guy's exhausted. He's sweating.
You have no
crazy.
idea. I mean, it is, you are physically hitting stuff with all of your limbs at all times.
Yeah.
And there's so much pressure on your lower back, shoulders, wrists, and elbows that it hurts. And after a show, I would be drained,
of course.
Absolutely drained. And while the other guy's like, oh man, that was cool, whatever. Let's go fucking party. Let's go to the bar. It's like, fuck you. You just stood up for 2 hours and you had a guitar that makes all the noise for you. I got to hit something. It's hard. It's hard work.
Yeah. I never thought of that so most people, when you're thinking about bands, you're thinking about celebrity. You're thinking about, the front man or who wrote the songs or that kind of thing. You're not thinking about the cohesion of the group and what it takes to make a great show.
The number one thing is the drums have to set a solid foundation, an unwavering foundation, so they can build the music on top of that.
Right.
So there's so much. Not only is there physicality involved, but so much importance on the quality of play.
Right.
Because if a drummer's all over the place, they got nothing to build on top of, and it's just a train wreck.
Right. Yeah. So I guess it's pretty natural for you to kind of take that role in traveling with the band, making sure that people are getting where they got to go.
Well,
and you become the kind of...
It kind of became that way in the band. Like I became the band leader because those guys are just three knuckleheads just wanting to party, walk in different directions at all times. And I'm like, dude,
the cat herder.
Yeah, I'm herding cats, and this is the way it is. And then the same goes on stage. Like I start the songs, I name off the songs, I'm the conductor, I'm the band leader.
Oh, so you have like a mic, you're talking to the guys?
Yeah, but not only that, I do have a mic that I talk to the guys, but even if I didn't have that, they're still looking at me for what song.
Okay, what's next? Yeah. Oh, so you're running the set list.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean, they all have it, but they're not actively paying attention to it.
Right.
No, it's all off of me.
And you're talking about, they want to go out and party after. At what point, I don't have any idea, at what point do you go into recovery?
92.
Oh God, that's so early.
Well, I was 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was.
You'd had a full life.
I was a homeless heroin addict. I mean, the band was just a hobby at the time, and it just so coincidentally happens that the band got popular within a year after I got sober.
So that's luck,
right?
Like
it was just luck
on the greatest.
Yeah,
level.
It was just timing. The band was just a hobby prior to that because Mike was in college and he was doing, everybody had stupid jobs, and it was just, we'd just get together every now and again and play shows.
Wow.
But my sobriety was because I had burnt my candle at both ends and I had nowhere else to go.
Like, and you're not saying homeless, like,
no, homeless.
Like you were like actually didn't have somewhere you were living.
I had no address. I mean, I did a lot of couch surfing, but then I also slept outside and,
wow.
and I stole for money, and I panhandled for money, and
Thank God it wasn't the fentanyl days.
No, God,
I don't think there's any way out of fentanyl.
No, fentanyl. There's no happy endings with junkies for the most part.
Right.
Just heroin. Heroin alone.
Yeah.
Now you add fentanyl on top of that. No.
It's a different game. Shit.
It puts the fuzzy blanket on that's warm, but in actuality, it's just when that fuzzy blanket comes off, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. There's more pain that you've just buried. It's not having a couple beers. It's not smoking a little weed.
You're right.
It's not a game.
No.
So with the fentanyl thing, it's a different fucking world.
It's beyond. Yeah, I see the bent over people in Vancouver. It's just a mess. But I mean, all over the place.
Yeah.
California, when we went on a road trip, I was like, oh my God, there's just like a side of a mountain that's people.
Yeah.
Like, what if they come down here? Like, we're filling up with gas. What if they just say they want to take our thing? There's no, what is this? Yeah. So what did getting sober at 27 look like for you?
I mean, it looked like I just wanted my life back. Mm-hmm. That's it. I didn't like the person I'd become. I didn't grow up in a good situation. And I knew that I wanted more, and I didn't want to feel the way I felt. So what it was a rebirth. It was hard. It was a struggle. And I'm not talking getting off the drugs. Yeah, that was hard, and that was a struggle. I'm talking about relearning how to live, because I didn't have the drugs. I didn't have the Band-Aid of drugs, and being dead fast in my sobriety while also playing music. And it was confusing. It was time, but it was confusing, and it was hard, but it was the best thing that I ever did, hands down.
Did it feel like creating a new person from scratch?
Yeah, because I'd learn how to live all over again. Mm-hmm. Because when you're a junkie, you're running off of just reactions and wrong feelings. I was trying to become a better person in all facets of my life. Mm-hmm. Not trying, I was.
Yeah, you did it, obviously. Yeah, I mean, here we are. You're a testament to it. Was there a philosophy you found that worked for you? Was there you read a self-help book or something?
I did everything.
A friend there was a lot.
Like a lot of meetings. The rehab I went to it wasn't like, it was very bottom, low budge, like people coming in and out of prison. That was what I was used to, that kind of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of little mantras that I used just to help you get through the day. But one is all you got is you, and you can't control people, places, and things, and nothing's a big deal if you don't let it be a big deal.
Sick. Sick.
This is something that when I talk to people about sobriety, it's as hard as you make it. Meaning that if the people that have more time than you say, hey, do A, B, C, and D, do A, B, C, and D, because they have more time than you. If you start questioning it and you say, I'll do A but not B, and I'll do some of C and I'll definitely do D, no, you're questioning the process. You got to turn your fucking brain off and just go into autopilot and follow what people say. And at some point you'll go, oh my God, here I am. I feel better. And you've set yourself up well.
So this that setting yourself up well coincides with the band, taking off.
It all kind of went hand in hand.
And so
weird.
That's got to be like a distraction from the life before, the things that you were worried about.
Yeah.
And every day being a small success of like, shit, I can do this. I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Wow, what a fucking awesome way to enter into your 30s, to be like free of the hardest thing.
But then it opens up a new chapter of like, oh boy, now I got this baggage I got to deal with.
Right.
Then it opens up another chapter.
Right, because that doesn't go away.
No.
Like the challenge of getting away from the crutch is one thing, but the
real challenge is dealing with yourself.
Turning back and figuring it out. Right,
what do they say? Dealing with life on life's terms.
Right. And so I'm going to imagine that's a process that's still going now.
Absolutely. It never stops.
To the end of your 50s, and you still... I was feeling pretty good at 49. I'd gotten rid of that voice in my head. I'd had a voice in my head that I don't even remember now, that was constantly nagging at me, telling me I was shitty or this and that. And then a couple years into it being gone, I realized it's really gone. Like it's actually gone.
That's growing up.
Right. I was like, that's great. This is awesome. But it didn't get rid of the problems.
No, because the problems are still there. Yeah.
They're still there under the surface.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yeah, always. I guess the whole thing is a journey, is my guess. I don't think
Well,
you ever
life is
get
a journey.
to,
You don't ever
get to
fucking
that.
perfect life, but you can just try the best you can.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how does that philosophy match with being in a band where you're perfecting songs? You get pretty perfect.
Yeah, there's still a lot of imperfection in it. You're not
Yeah.
like everything is. One night it may be great, one night it might be bad. There's this, there's that. It's like the ocean. There's tides. It's like, no, that's part of it. There's good shows, there's bad shows. If everything was always perfect, it would get boring. Without the sour, there's no sweet.
Right. So do the other guys in the band and you agree on when shows are great and when they're bad, or does?
Yeah, for the most part, we're on the same page. But Mike, our singer, would get so hammered sometimes. You go, dude, that was a great show. I was like, whew. We were looking at the show through two different lenses, man. Yeah.
Amazing. So you guys are all friends, obviously. And then we talked about this before the cameras are rolling, but there's like got to be some form of, for better word, trauma bonding around.
There is a bond that is so fucking intimate when you've spent that much time with people in a bus, on stage, that I was just having this conversation with the crew. It's a lot like, there's a psychologist that did a study on it for people in like these kind of words, like firemen, police, bands, people that want the army together or war or whatever, that you don't know unless you know. That no one like you can't explain it, you can't feel it, but when you're in that world and the people you're with, you trust them with everything. It's weird. I understand it completely.
Yeah. From some points of view, from a fan point of view, I look at bands and think, okay, yeah, they finish the show, then they go to a restaurant together, they high five, they go drinking together, they do everything together, then they get in a van together, they go do all this stuff. But obviously there's going to be times in 40 years where you guys basically get together every night on stage and go your separate ways in between.
Not really.
Wow.
I mean, because there's a bus. We're traveling to the next show. We're all sitting in the bus together. We wake up. We wake up at the same time the next day, and we eat together. It's all. I mean, unless there's hotels.
Yeah.
Like some nights, we might have an off night or a short drive the next day that we get to go to a hotel. So if there's that, like I'll dip out right away to go get a hotel to get some privacy. But for the most part, you're in a submarine with 12 dudes.
Yeah.
24/7. You're never alone. You're never, because you got, let's say, 12 dudes on the bus.
Yeah.
Or you're at a show with 12,000 people. You're
Right.
never alone.
Wow.
It's a trip.
For 40 years.
Yeah.
That's unfucking believable. So it must be a real adjustment period having time to yourself.
Well, when I would get home after tours, I would spend a lot of time by myself.
Yeah.
Because my wife works, the kids were at school and all that stuff. So it's either all or nothing.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the way my life has been.
Yeah.
So when I'm at home, I'm more on the loner aspect of things.
Sure.
I really enjoy my quiet time.
Yeah, you're not getting together with 12 dudes just to hang out to feel like that same.
No, I might every couple of weeks go to lunch with some friends. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Sick. So that leads nicely into shaping, because if you're shaping surfboards, you're completely alone. You're in your
That's
own
it. It's
zone.
the complete opposite. Like when you're at a show, it's noisy, it's chaotic. There's people, there's stimuli all over the place. Mm-hmm. In a shaping bay, you close the doors. It's dark. It's quiet. It's just you and a piece of foam and some tools, and it's so therapeutic. It's so relaxing. You just shut the world out for a couple hours and create something out of something. It starts off in one form, and you manipulate that form until it's something functional as another form.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And then, so your first boards, you're riding them. How does it feel to get on a board that you made yourself?
I still remember the very first board I made. Like it had a big kink in the nose rocker. I remember what it looks like, all that stuff. But when I paddled it out and I caught my first wave, I was like, fuck, this is a surfboard. Like it turned, it did this, it did that. It probably didn't work as good as, when I got better at shaping, but it worked. It worked. And it was really, really, really beyond satisfying to actually make something to apply to a lifestyle that I love.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, imagine you could have made your own drums. Like that's not even something you could do.
No.
You need,
That'd be a lot more work. I wouldn't want to do that.
It's not even something you would.
I can make one surfboard, but I don't want to make 4 drums.
Yeah, exactly. That's rad. So you make like 10 years worth of boards for yourself, or your friends.
Yeah.
And then COVID hits.
And I don't know if the band's ever going to do anything again. Like, I really don't know. I'm like, oh, this could be the end of that. So why don't I start trying to make boards and see if I could sell some? And it just took off.
Yeah, that's rad.
It just took off, yeah. So I've been doing it, last 6 years, pretty steadily.
And I would imagine a good amount of your customers are like, I fucking love the band. Oh my God.
Yeah, there's probably 75% of that.
Yeah.
And then 25% is like friends of friends or friends of people that I've made boards for who surf,
So your boards look good. Like, I want one of these.
Yeah,
things.
and I've gotten really, really, really good feedback from them.
Yeah.
Like our mutual friend Carl. Like, I've made him 4 or 5 boards. He's like, dude, they fucking rip.
Yeah. When he told me that he was getting boards made by the drummer of NOFX, I was like, how would that guy have time to fucking make boards? That doesn't even make sense. You mean he's got a business where you could just call him and say like, hey, I'd like you to make me a board? Like, you're going to get 1 million calls from people that want to just talk to you and also need a surfboard.
Well, thank God there's the internet. I mean, meaning that a lot of it starts on email.
Sure.
And then if I know it's serious, then I'll say, yeah, let's talk on the phone.
Let's do it.
For the most part, I haven't gotten any weirdos doing fake stuff. Just
No. I just mean like, it's such when you figure it out that, wait, I need to buy a surfboard.
Right.
But I can also talk to the drummer from NOFX. Like, that's like a super bonus to me.
I was doing boards for people for Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Like I put certificates out so loved ones would buy their husband or their kid
it's a
certificate.
Great idea.
And then I would cold call them Christmas morning to tell them what the present is.
That's so fucking sick.
So I was like, hey, dude, this is Smelly from NOFX. Guess what? And they lose their shit.
Of course they would. That's incredible. What a great idea. Like, that's amazing. Yeah. So how does the surfboard turn into Signal snowboards and pickle sticks?
Well, what happened was surfing's been a big part of my life for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Right? Surf all the time. Shaping surfboards, all that. And then snowboarding becomes a very, very, very big part of my life with the family, and I'm getting better on it, and I'm doing trips, and I'm going, like Japan and Canada and, wherever. I just started thinking, like, how cool would it be to branch off into that world? Just to get a snowboard out or two, not necessarily to redefine the world of snowboarding, because no.
Yeah.
But to just tiptoe into that world, because I love music, I love surfing, I love snowboarding. Why not, explore that? So I called up Dave Lee, who's been a friend of mine for a long time, and he owned Signal for the last 20 plus years, and said, hey, what do you think about this? And immediately, without even hesitation, he was like, let's do it. So we made a board, and it came out a few months ago.
Yeah, it's in 3 sizes, 53, 57, 61.
Yeah, it's actually 53 and a half, 57 and a half, 61 and a half.
All right.
Yeah, that half makes all the difference in the world.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, and the art's by Creep?
Yeah, his name's Creep, and I saw his art in a bathroom in Long Beach.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
That's
I was taking a dump in a coffee shop, and the bath, and I was like, oh man, that art's badass. And so I kind of just logged it away into my badass art file in my brain.
Yeah.
And so when I started talking to Dave, I was like, well, I guess I better come up with some art. And then,
bam,
boom, he's the dude.
That's so sick.
So yeah, he's like a local guy. I mean, he doesn't live in Long Beach anymore, but
it looks incredible. Yeah, it's dope.
The guy's badass.
Yeah, and what a way to do it. Just on your own terms. You put out some stuff.
Whatever I wanted to do on a shape that is that. Like, I'm not a park guy.
Yeah.
I'm a go fast, steep stuff, all mountain, and then, backcountry stuff. So it's an all mountain board, and, it's really good, versatile board.
Yeah, dope. So do you think you'll do, when it sells out, you'll do another one and another one kind of thing?
I hope so. That's the plan. And
that's the plan.
The next one will be a different art, and then a different art, and then maybe get another model, maybe like get one strictly for powder.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like I said, just tiptoeing into
You
this
can
world.
come test it out up in Canada for sure.
Well, that's what I'm doing up here right now.
I love it.
Yeah, I brought a couple of different boards, and this is actually going to be considered a tax write-off because it's research and development.
That's the best. In Canada, you can do research and development. They pay you.
Oh, man.
Isn't that insane?
Why are you telling me that?
I moved to Canada. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I just heard about that over the summer, and I was like, shit, I need to research and develop some shit for my podcast.
Well, yeah, this could be considered research and development.
Absolutely. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
So you flew into Kelowna because you guys are going to Revy to ride.
Yeah.
And it just so happens, it can't be coincidence that Bad Religion and Offspring are playing tonight.
It kind of is.
Oh, wow. That's
I mean,
wild.
it is, but it isn't. Like my friend Toby, who set up the trip, is really. I'm really good friends with the Bad Religion guys, and so is Toby.
Yep.
He does this trip every year. He goes to Baldface, and then he also does this Powder Highway trip.
Sick.
He's like, dude, let's do the Powder Highway, and this is the weekends that I'm choosing. Because he works regular job. My schedule's open.
Yep.
And about 2 months ago, this is the weekend we picked.
Yeah.
Turns out, Bad Religion's going to be here with the Offspring.
That's unfucking believable.
Yeah. So and the venue is like walking distance from this hotel.
No way.
Yep.
It's going to be a rad show because kind of like Tacoma shows, like Kelowna's kind of the Tacoma of.
Okay, it's like the blue collar of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're going to get a lot of people out here that haven't been to a show. Like last night it was in Vancouver and they fucking sold, I don't know, 14,000 tickets.
Yeah, it said something like that.
At BC Place. Like it's a Coliseum show.
Right.
Like a huge one, like the biggest venue.
Tonight's going to be fun.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be nuts. Yeah, what was your last show? You guys played?
We wrapped up a 41-year, maybe even a 42-year career. I can't remember what it was exactly. In San Pedro last October, we decided to retire. Not quit. We're still going to put out music.
Yeah.
But we did 3 nights down in Los Angeles, an area called San Pedro, and 3 nights of 17,000 people a night.
Oh, wow.
People from all over the world flew in, and it was insane.
Yeah.
Like 40 some odd years career, and that was the pinnacle of it. Like going out like in the most beautiful way possible, not fizzling out, not breaking up.
Yeah.
Like no, like I always had the thought like I don't want to sail this ship too long. Like I want to go out when the time is right. You know those things where someone should have left the party a couple minutes early, Sure. I didn't want to be the late guy at the party. So we did it right at the peak of our trajectory.
Yeah.
The best way to go out.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be harder nowadays for bands because now you've got these, I don't know how many times Black Sabbath said we'll never ever tour again.
Yeah, and Motley Crue. No, we're sticking to it for sure.
But like before that, there was none of that. It was like the band broke up and never played ever
right,
again.
or just outplayed the life of the band.
Right, because then members of the band would go on tour with other people and call it the band, and it wasn't
right.
quite the
Or
thing.
The shows went from like they were playing in front of 10,000, and 2 years later they're playing a small club in front of 500.
Yes,
exactly.
Like, yeah.
That doesn't do the legacy of the band any justice.
Well, you guys have such a legacy too. That's the thing. It's like you're deeply, deeply connected with snowboarding's roots because the early
all the videos.
Snowboard videos, like the seminal shit, has NOFX in it.
Yeah,
and like Roadkill's got maybe 3 NOFX songs.
And that's where I first met Jamie Lynn and Todd Richards and
wow.
and the Morrow guys like Rob Morrow and stuff like that. Like we played Rob Morrow's house.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that
he had a
would
house
be
like
awesome.
In just right outside of Portland.
Yeah.
And played in his basements and
no way.
Yeah, that was probably 94.
So you guys were doing big shows by that time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, relatively. I mean, we were still playing clubs at times, but then we were also playing festivals in Europe.
Yeah.
But we would also play house parties every now and again. And we played Morrow House Party.
I love it. That would have been a show.
Yeah, Rob is a cool fucking guy.
Yeah, I talked to him. I usually talk to him once a year for an hour or two. He's a born-again Christian right now, and he's, just like figuring life out.
Man, life's, there's a lot to figure out in life.
Fuck, you never figure it out.
No,
that's
why.
I said, listen, I'm not going to try and talk you out of Christianity or any of that shit,
No,
man.
that's his road.
Nobody knows what the truth is. And if it's working for you and it's keeping you happy, it's keeping you on the right side of the road, fucking do it, dude. Just do it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 41 2-year career ended with that, and here we are now.
It's incredible, dude. Do you miss it? Of course you miss it.
Yes, I miss playing the shows, but what I miss is being on that submarine with the guys.
Right.
I miss getting on an airplane and haven't seen them for a couple months. Like, hey guys, like we haven't missed a beat, and just right back to the shit talk and in the joke and in the, and all that kind of stuff.
That's it.
The camaraderie, the brotherhood that you don't know unless you know.
Right. And so knowing that there's not another one of those coming up, because you've always had that for 40 years, you've always had, well, it's a few months and then another one of those.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no more of those.
No more of those. That's weird. That's why I was like really happy to see the Bad Religion guys today.
Yeah.
Because, we've toured with them forever, and they've been my, friends of mine for 38 years.
Right.
And it's right back into the trenches. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Are they curious about like, fuck, how's it going not touring anymore? Like,
no, that's their life, man.
That's their life.
Yes. They're doing what, I'm actually envious that I'm not doing what they're doing at times.
Yeah. Who made the call to end it? It sounds like you had a big piece in it.
I didn't. I mean, it was Mike, our singer. Like
Right.
He's the brainchild behind everything. He writes the songs. He was the business guy, and he was like, I'm tired. I'm physically tired. I don't want to do it anymore.
And he's been partying through the whole time too.
Yeah. And as physical as drums are, I think being a frontman is a different kind of physicality, like having to be the persona.
Yeah.
And so he said, I want to do a final tour, and we could either do a final tour or I got to retire now. So it was like a no-brainer,
Yeah. Final tour.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You can't replace the main guy.
No,
You can't.
no, of course. Yeah, it was so insane talking with the Bad Religion guys today about like the early days in the band, because they're a heady band.
Yeah.
You guys are also heady, but like not so fucking serious. You've got like a lot of comedy in your shit.
Yeah.
So I can just imagine what you're like. They're saying, sometimes the Bad Religion, Van would stop and look at rock formations. This is igneous rock from over 4.6 million years ago. I can imagine you guys just being hilarious.
Complete different type of rock
time.
that my guys were talking about.
Rock here in Seattle is actually the best rock that you can get.
Actually, the closer to the equator in South America is the best
better
rock.
Yeah, further down, better rock. Unfucking believable. Yeah, any stories from the tour van that stand out that are just... Is there anything snowboarding related? Nobody's going snowboarding as a band, are they?
I mean, Mike snowboards. Yeah, everybody snowboards a little bit.
Oh, wow.
As a matter of fact, our crew, a couple of our guys at crew are at Bachelor right now.
No way.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, so I mean, snowboarding's in our life. You know? We played Japan last year, and as a family, we went to Japan, and with our manager and sound guy, their family's a big snowboarding, so we just charged Niseko and got fresh powder.
So sick. Yeah, Japan's going off right now.
Different freaking snow, like nothing I've ever felt.
Really?
You been there?
I haven't, man.
It's like baby powder. There's no weight to it. It's like
bucket list.
Like when you hit, you say you're coming off of a groomer, and then you go into some powder, how it puts the brakes on a little bit, drags a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't feel any of it, but you just feel the float and the drift.
I've ridden Utah POW like that, where if it's not deep enough, you're hitting bottom. It's like it feels like you're riding ice on a POW day where there's 2 feet of snow on top of it. It's just blower.
Every turn just faceful to where you're like, fuck, all right, stop. I got to see where I'm going.
Oh man, that's absolutely incredible. So fun.
Yeah.
So you're at that point you're touring still.
That was our last trip in Japan, and then it was our last trip in Japan, and I'm like, fuck it, let's make a family trip out of it. And so I planned this. It's from Tokyo. It was an hour flight and an hour car ride or something like that.
Sick.
And it's cheap as shit.
Yeah. Did you guys play China ever?
Yeah, we played China.
Really?
Yeah, and like
what's the punk scene in China like?
It was pretty hectic, man. It was like, if I remember correctly, I mean, we're talking like 2007, so 20 years ago.
Yeah.
600 people going crazy. Yeah, we played China, It was cool. We did a tour across the world playing weird places that bands don't normally go to.
Dope.
Yeah, Kuala Lumpur, China, Indonesia, a lot of Southeast Asia stuff, but then also a lot of Latin America stuff as well.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah, it was cool.
Latin America would have loved you guys.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Would have gone crazy.
Yeah, it was
big crowds and stuff down in Latin America.
Depends. It just depends where you are. But we were just doing it to do it. It wasn't about playing big shows. It was about just going someplace new.
Right. The success of NOFX, I forget too, because I lump you guys in with like, bands that made it so fucking huge, like Red Hot Chili Peppers or like Pennywise or like.
We played just to play. We didn't play to get huge.
Right.
So we would
obvious.
would do stuff that just didn't make sense
on purpose.
Yes.
Like that. You're like, we're try and put this on the radio.
Yeah.
Can't play the song on the radio. That's one of your songs.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. That like. When I think of, and I don't know music at all, but when I think of Slayer versus Metallica, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, it's like Slayer is Slayer because they're fucking Slayer.
Because they just did what they do.
They do what they do, and I feel like seeing them when I was a kid, and then seeing them when I was an adult, I'm like, damn, we were kind of doing adult shit when we were kids. Like Slayer feels like they should have been singing those songs like now, as old men, not as like guys in their early 20s,
right?
Like it was just so fucking heavy.
Heavy is a good word.
Wise and heavy, yeah.
A good word for it.
So you guys are like the Slayer of punk rock for me, like just the main guys that people think of.
Hey, I'll take it, man. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and it's fucking absolutely incredible. So like any part of like what would be something you would get your punk card revoked for that like like that you
that's a good question. All right, here we go. You ready for this?
I love it. Let's hear it.
Limp Bizkit. Yes. I like Limp Bizkit. All right, you ready for this one?
Yep.
Dua Lipa. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
She's some pretty, 25-year-old girl, singer, pop artist.
Yep.
Makes my fucking heart beat.
It
makes me do a little dance.
I love it.
But the Limp Bizkit, that's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that's super sick. Yeah, because that is one of the things in the punk scene. Like, I'm not a part of the punk scene. I fucking grew up loving punk for sure. And there's probably a time in my life where I would have said, yeah, I'm a punk rocker or whatever. Definitely was not.
Right.
But there is also that kind of fear around the periphery of like, do I fucking really belong here? Like there are people who really belong here.
Back in the early 80s, you were either all in or all out.
That's it.
Like
That's
in the early 80s, if you were tiptoeing it, people would smell it and you'd be a victim.
Blood in the water.
Yeah, you'd be a victim. There was a lot of violence and there was a lot of like, you had to be in or out.
That's the difference between your generation and my generation. It's only 9 years, but that 9 years was the difference between like, kind of like,
oh, dude, when you were 11, I'm 20.
Right. Right.
When I got into punk rock when I was 14, you were 5.
Right. So a 5-year-old can't be punk rock.
Right.
By definition, you just aren't. There are some fucking punk kids for sure. But you kind of need that thing that you were talking about, the history of your life. Like you're probably not going to come to a punk rock lifestyle from straight age. And
that
all
is
that shit.
That is something that everybody finds it one way or another, but everybody's looking for something to find. It's not just something you stumble across of and go, oh, this is cool.
Right.
Like it resonates to you somehow, some way.
Yeah, I guess if you were a straight A student, I'm using that just as a proxy for someone who's had a privileged life, and you found punk rock and you were with it, it ruins your life. You're just like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. Sorry, Dad, I'm not going to medical school. I bet you there was some of that, but for the most part, like someone's drawn to the chaos and in the sound and the anger, because of some internal reason. Yeah, I think that's what punk and skateboarding and snowboarding shared in common. Surfing has it a little bit, but almost like a generation before us, like kind of more.
There was in the 60s.
I'm gonna go fish for my food and live in a commune, and it just didn't have the kind of like edge to it that skateboarding was like. No, I'm gonna go live under some fucking stairs.
There's an aggression aspect, and there's an all in or all out kind of aspect. You're either a skater or you're not. You're either a snowboarder or you're not. If you do it once every 3 years and go sip your Irish coffees in between. You know, that's not it.
Right. Yeah. So how did the crowds change over the time, or how did your lives change over 40 years?
When punk rock broke in the mid 90s, it's kind of weird. It turned into everything that it wasn't supposed to be. It became the new normal.
Completely.
The new heavy metal. But I was able to buy a house. I was able to put some money in the bank, and the crowds changed from like being aggressive teenage youth to moms with their kids. Mm-hmm. But things evolve, things change. The punk generation before me was more like this art student, kind of bisexual, Andy Warhol kind of a thing. And then it turned into like an angry, disenfranchised, violent youth, which was my generation, so things evolve and change. So
what was your music growing up? Were there bands that you listened to that?
Well, my dad was always into music. So, I heard a lot of just loud, in-your-face rock and roll.
Yep.
In the 70s, 60s, 70s, so my finger was always on the pulse of rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
But punk rock was what spoke to me. And probably punk, my dad didn't grow up in a good way either. So probably Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath spoke to him in a way that the older people wouldn't have understood.
I mean, that was punk for then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not they wouldn't use the term that, but it was,
I remember
subversive.
Hearing Led Zeppelin when I was like 3 or 4, blasting super loud and being scared of it.
Right.
So it invoked fear and feelings. So that's what attracted me to punk.
Yeah. I don't know when I heard Fear, but I got like a Fear greatest hits or something. I'd been a Ramones punk rocker, right? Like Ramones spoke to me because I'm just like, a middle class kid, the middle of Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
And Ramones was easy to wrap my head around. There's a little bit of that humor in there too.
Right. But Fear is a different story.
Fear was like, this is real. Like this guy.
Fear was one of the bands that I really loved.
Holy shit. We went and saw Leaving and some original Fear guys at some small venue too, like just a year ago or 2 years ago. I mean, I have goosebumps. It's the first punk show I ever went to where I sat down and watched it. I just fucking sat. I was
geriatric punks.
I'm like, I don't even, there was a pit, but I was like,
no, you don't need to do that. Just enjoy it.
Yeah. I'd go to the pit at a Slayer show now because it's full of like youth and energy. There was a guy in the pit that had a cane, man. There
was a guy on stage that had a cane. His name was Lee Ving.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But so that was seminal for you.
Oh yeah. Fear was one of my quintessential bands in 1981.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they were just so different than everything else too. But
it was just aggressive and angry, and I liked it.
Yeah. And it has a very similar humor to NOFX.
Yeah, kind of.
That like sarcastic, like
there's in your face.
Let's
humor.
have a fucking war. Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Like silly stuff.
In your face.
In your face. Yeah. Like if you were playing it and your mom heard it, she would be like, "What the fuck is this? Turn that off."
Maybe they meant though, let's have a war. I mean, those guys are fucking angry.
Yeah.
Or the music was.
Really.
But no, the lyrics are kind of,
I love living in the city.
Yeah.
New
York's all right.
New York's all right. If you like saxophones.
Right.
Fuck, it does have that funny thing that you guys went on to.
Or like Beef Bologna. And then we have a song called like Together on the Sand. It's sort of the same thing.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Like a hat tip. Like, would he come to your guys' shows? Did he care about?
I saw him at, I don't know if we played some shows together, but I don't think he would necessarily come.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, he's punk as fucking punk. I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, he's been at it longer than I have, and that's a long time.
Okay. So this might be an insane, stupid question, but so who's the white trash? Who are the two Hebes and who's
I am the white trash.
You're the white trash.
The two Hebes are Melvin and Mike.
Yeah.
And the Bean is the only Mexican in the band.
Of course.
So we can figure out who the Bean is real quick.
The Bean was easy.
Yeah. I'm the white trash.
Yeah. So like there's a lot of Jewish themes in some of the songs that I
don't think any band has ever poked fun at their fucking religion or their background as much as us.
Yeah. It's so dope.
Yeah. Like no, we definitely what is the word? What is the word when you self-deprecating?
Yes. Yeah. But in such a fun way. It was intelligent. It's intelligent music that if you're listening to the lyrics, it's fun to go, oh, they're talking to us. They're telling us something. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, back when I drank all the time, my wife, I went through a phase just because of where the brews, where I would drink Manischewitz just for fun.
What is it, like apple?
It is grape juice.
Grape
it
juice,
tastes
but
like
wine.
Welch's, but it's alcoholic.
Is it carbonated?
It is not.
Weird.
It is the weirdest thing. It's like what you would drink if you were a child and you wanted to get hammered.
All right.
It tastes
Sounds
really
good to me.
Yeah. And I drank it for a couple of years.
Sounds like a hangover.
Terrible hangovers.
Yeah, a lot of sugar.
Yeah, so much sugar.
Yeah.
What awesome. Dude, I mean, I think we did it.
All right, dude. I'm so glad you made the trip out.
How do people get pickle sticks? What's our
Well,
how do
dude,
we send people to you to buy the boards?
You get if you want to check out the boards, just go to Signal Snowboards.
Yeah.
And it's up there, or Pickle Sticks with an X, picklestickssurfboards.com.
Yeah.
Or Pickle Sticks with an X on Instagram. But yeah, for snowboards, just go to Signal.
Yeah.
Signal. I can't. I know it's my board and blah 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 blah. But
Yeah.
I swear to God, I didn't know what to expect to ride, because I didn't ride this board until I didn't ride this model until I got mine.
It was like production already.
Yeah, and I was like, holy fuck, thing is so good, and everybody that's ridden it says the same thing.
Ah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dave's made really good boards. He also has contributed really strongly to the history of snowboarding, actually.
He's a great guy.
He gives a lot back, which is super sick.
And so is Mark. Mark, his partner, is a really good guy too.
That's excellent.
Yeah. And so, like, I reached out to a couple other snowboard companies, and then things just didn't pan out for whatever reasons. But now I know that I ended up where, with Signal, it was completely meant to be.
Yeah.
And when I said a couple other, I meant one other. You know,
Sure,
I'm
sure.
completely where it was meant to be. I've known Dave for a long time. We're very similar personalities, and I can't tell you enough about this board.
Isn't it interesting when the world throws such a cool coincidence that you can't deny it? Like,
Can't
you just
deny
go,
it.
I was actually looking for this thing, and now here it is right here. Oh, shit.
And
Dave,
then
what
his
about-
partner Mark lives 15 minutes from me.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know that. Dave lives on the East Coast.
Right.
I didn't know that, and so like I went snowboarding with Mark last weekend, and
Oh, that's dope.
and just like it just seems completely organic and natural. So I'm really happy to be part of the Signal thing.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you a part of the snowboard community on board and slanging some stuff.
I'll
to
tell
us.
you
That's
this:
dope.
this is the first snowboard podcast I've done.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll probably get calls for more, man. Do
I hope
them
so,
all.
man. I love it.
Yeah, do them all.
And I love chit chatting, so
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, you're really good at it, and thanks for bringing it, and thanks for letting me come up here and do this. This is dope.
Oh, my pleasure. Well, you made the trip. I mean, I flew up here, but you had to. I flew up here to go snowboarding, and you just happened to be a consolation prize.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. Awesome. Well, I think I talked myself into tickets to the show tonight.
You did. You definitely got it. But you're gonna have to earn the tickets some way.
Uh-oh.
We're in my hotel room.
Oh, God.
Hey, dude.
You're going to get canceled for that.
There's no such thing as cancel culture. And what's the cancel?
That was so funny. I had to look up the Las Vegas
Oh, that's
thing,
fucking
and I was
stupid.
like, oh, my God, it's not even worth talking about. Why would anyone bring that up?
Because that was right in the middle of cancel culture when everybody had to be right. And
It
everybody,
made no sense.
And everybody's opinions had to be the right opinions. And if you cross that line, oh boy, you're in trouble with
that was a bad one for like
the whole world.
You're at a fucking punk show. Who is gonna? What are you? You're gonna
The
take it
whole
serious? Are you serious?
world was in a bad spot because of that.
Yeah.
Because when one person tells you that you can or cannot say this,
Yeah.
it's bad, because who's to say that person can't? Like, it just becomes this fucking monster out of the box. Anyways, on lighter topics, we didn't get shot in Vegas. Look it up if you don't know.
I like that. I think didn't Mike move there right after?
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah. Yeah, he lives there now.
That's so rad. Oh yeah. Why don't we talk about the punk museum?
Well, it's Fat Mike, our singer, opened up a couple years ago this thing called the Punk Rock Museum in Vegas, and it's a celebration of a music that means so much to people. It's not just some normal music. It's in people's bones once you've gotten into it. Like, you've gotten into it one way or the other. So it's just a good place to go and celebrate what it means to you.
So it's been open for a while, I
Couple
imagine.
years.
And then they just put up a NOFX like kind of capsule, or
Yeah, I don't know how long it's up there for. It's just a room with a bunch of pictures.
which is sick that you guys were literally leading tours through it. People must have
Yeah,
lost
I do.
their
I go there a
shit.
couple times a year and do a couple days worth of tours.
That's insane.
It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah. So are you meeting like super fans at that
Oh,
stuff?
yeah.
Like guys that are like, you aren't going to remember me, but I came up to you at a, show in Minneapolis.
It's a real thing, but
Yeah.
it also gets me to meet the people. It's a reciprocal relationship. Without the band,
Yeah.
the people got something out of the band, and I got something out of the people. So it's like you
Yeah.
can't have one without the other.
Yeah, of course.
So
of
and
course.
it's a way that I can actually express that to people.
That's super sick. Yeah, I as soon as I heard about it, I was like, I got to take my wife to Vegas, go see this thing. I don't know. We don't go to the States very much right now. I don't want to get into that whole thing. I'm a little scared.
Fair enough. No, dude, you're
Yeah.
fine. You're Caucasian. You're fine.
You know, I tried to take my podcasting stuff down there, and they said, nope,
They probably
that's
thought you-
working. You're working down there. I'm
You
like,
do it on your phone. You don't need to take all this bullshit.
They said, if you do it on your phone, we'll ban you for 5 years.
Oh, fuck them.
Isn't that unbelievable?
How do they know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they going to actually look up your podcast?
They're probably going to look and see this and go, oh my God, isn't that guy American? What are and then, oh, we're in Kelowna right now. Or are we?
Or are we?
Ooh. Vegas.
Guantanamo. Dude, I'm so glad you made the trip.
Yeah, me too, man. It was super good to meet you. It was super fun.
Yeah.
And I'm really stoked that you're snowboarding in BC. You're going to be up here.
Yeah, and then I'll come
probably
back
over
up
there.
here in a couple months and a month to do Ballface. Or actually-
Valhalla or
No, White
proper?
Grizzly. It's the same.
White Grizzly.
Same,
yeah, which is a different group running in the same
Right.
kind of
I did
zone,
Valhalla last year.
which is the best, right?
It was pretty fucking epic.
Yeah, I'm gonna call on the listeners of the show that want to go to Valhalla between Boxing Day and New Year's. We're gonna put together a trip that starts next year. I mean, we did it this year, and I want to lock it in.
So you reserve
that we
the spots?
so that we can go every year.
You get those
Yeah,
for
just-
a 1-day deal?
Well, once they got the lodge up there.
Oh, that's right.
So I want to work it with Jeff, who runs the place,
Right, and try and
be like, look, if we guarantee you 12 people on this trip every year, can we keep the price like where it is?
yeah, he'll be cool about it.
It'd be pretty sick if we could continue to do that. That's his.
It's not a bad idea.
That's his business model.
If you need a representative of Signal Snowboards in the punk rock community, I'd be happy to be there.
Oh, that'd be sick. All right, I'll reach out and let you
man.
know.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and you just sold all the other 10 tickets on the thing right there.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you,
Thanks,
Eric with a
Phil.
K.
Yeah, thanks, Eric with a K, dude. FNRad shout-outs this week to Eric Smelly Samden for doing the show. Shout out to Smelly's son Flynn, cool to meet you, man. And special thanks to Jay Bentley from Bad Religion for telling me some stories at lunch. And Rick Marino, who got me a ticket to the Kelowna Bad Religion show. Thanks, Rick. It was fucking rad. Thank you, Carl from Upline, for setting this whole thing up. Listeners, please go to uplinebrewing.com and sign up for a subscription. You can never have enough Upline. Oh, and speaking of subscriptions, Essential Toothpaste tabs offer you a subscription deal as well. If you want a free toothbrush and a sample of Essential Toothpaste tabs as a thank you for listening all the way to the end of this episode, reach out to me anywhere with a message and I'll send you some. Be sure to come back next week for more FNRad snowboarding presented by Flojoy Water and brought to you by FNRad Productions.